Hello guys, it's Nikki, you also known as Faces Trader, and you're watching August 5, 2020 Philippine Markets Live Update. So let's discuss what happened in the Philippine market. So today, the market is up 58 points, so it's a little bit of a happy day for the Filipinos because at least it didn't fall. So your Emperador is up 0.3%, your Nickel Asia is up 3%, closing near the highs, 278. We're going to discuss our top picks as well. Apex Mining is up 6%, 1.71. Your Felix Mining is up 6%, 3.5. So far, URC is also up 0.77%. So URC is able to report some good earnings. We're going to take a look at that. Globe is 1.74% to 106. Your ACEPH slightly down 2.95%, but it's still significantly up for the last few months. So you could see as well that in a surprising move, BDO is up 4%, 91. Let's take a look at what happened in your stats. So some companies managed to surprise. I'm not sure if you're surprised or that was a natural thing for you. We've got some buyers in a few traditional companies other than the usual miners. So Cebu Pacific is up 12%, closing at 39 pesos 65 cents. So this might surprise you because airlines, this is a reopening theme kind of name. So there are some people who are bullishly bargain hunting some of your airline names. It's a price, and we're seeing that Macro Asia, of course, is also an airline that has seen some upticks closing at 5.3. We'll take a look at some reopening names that people love to bargain hunt in the Philippines with the aim of thinking that, one of these years, maybe next year or next year, people will fly again. So only Juan can fly, so everyone can fly. Let's see if that everyone flying theme is still a possible bargain hunting action. Now, of course, we are seeing that there is some volume happening in some names that we don't necessarily see. So there have been more speculation in other companies in the mining sector. Some 10% moves on Manila Mining. These are your lower tier players in the gold sphere, no. But this is all just a gold correlation. So we highlighted Apex Mining because we felt that there was more liquidity. True enough, Apex Mining continues higher with a 44 million value traded today. And I think this is also a surprise that BDO is up 4%, closing now at 91. So it was kind of a question mark whether BDO was going to go new low or not. So at least the market is now telling us that even if we are posting one of the most difficult financial crises in the Philippines in terms of non-profit, non-provision loans, what do you call that? The NPLs. So that's like their provision for potential losses, not so losses, right? So it's all about the potential losses. Despite that headwind for your banks, it seems as if some people are willing or confident enough to put their money with their words, with their mouth, that they're willing to defend your BDO at 85, 87, and now it's closing at 91. Let's take a look, of course, in your PSE. We've got some news today. PSE is raising minimum public ownership. We are seeing that as of yesterday, they shared that companies are debuting on the Philippine Stock Exchange. They are now required to bring in to the public at least 20 to 33% of their total shares, depending on market capitalization. So a minimum public ownership requirement of 20% applies to companies applying for IPOs, backdoor listing, or listing by introduction effective immediately. So this increase in the public ownership from the minimum requirement of only 10% has been mandated by SEC, which believes that this is necessary to increase market depth, improve market efficiency, reduce volatility, and lead to a better price discovery. So this is actually good that you've got 30% requirement as a minimum, 20 to 33, because there is less potential for anyone to actually manipulate those companies with very low market caps. Because if it was just a 10% minimum market cap, and if 5% of it is actually owned or controlled already by insiders, it becomes too easy, too illiquid for the companies to go up and down, and it's going to be very easy to manipulate it. So this is actually a good news for companies. It is a memorandum by your PSC President Ramon Monzon. A three-tiered minimum public ownership requirement will take effect. This will decrease the larger the market capitalization of the company is. So what this means is that if you are a 1 trillion market cap, which is SM, they are required to just give 20%. So 20%, which is 200 billion, versus let's say if you are just a 1 billion peso market cap, you have to, at the very least, you are required to submit 330 million pesos to the public. So this lessens the ability for any single insider to actually, or their friends to actually manipulate those minimum, this very huge loophole in the Philippine market regulations. So a minimum of 33% public ownership or 50 million, whichever is higher, will be required for companies with a market cap below 500 million pesos. So any company applying for a listing by introduction or a backdoor listing is also required to have at least 20% float after listing. So these are good news that the Philippine market is trying to protect the people from manipulation. No? So it prevents manipulators to control the market. Technology-wise, this is also a good thing. Smart G, 5G goes live. So I guess it tells you that at the very least, we have our connection trying to improve for your for Metro Manila. Let's read this. So PLDT, Smart, the owner of Smart, starting July 30, the 5G mobile phones are going live as a commercial service. For those who aren't aware, 5G is a faster speed, and definitely Filipinos deserve faster speed. Super fast data service will be offered to Metro Manila using the smart certified handsets with 5G activated SIMs. So of course, for the South Koreans, they have had 5G for quite a while. So right now, this is a good thing, no, that the Filipinos can deserve something better. 5G is available now for Metro Manila, some certain areas only. Makati Central Business District, Bonifacio Global City, CBD, Araneta City as a mega mall, Mall of Asia Bay Area. Smart 5G is being rolled out with high key traffic areas such as North Avenue in QC, Taft Avenue in Manila, as well as in Ortigas CBD and Clark Green City in Pampanga. So this is a positive thing, guys. It's good for PLDT. It's good for and most likely this is also going to be good for Globe. That's why people are already expecting that Globe will also, of course, also offer 5G. So through these partnerships with several device manufacturers, Smart 5G is gonna come with a lineup with Huawei, Samsung, Realme, and Vivo. With smart signature plans in select smart stores. Have you seen the Sony and Jin and Hyun Bin 5G commercial? So definitely, this is a good foray for PLDT. No, so this is after many years of preparation, sustained investments. We're very happy to say that smart subscribers can now try out and enjoy the super fast data service that Smart 5G can deliver. How fast is a 5G? For those who don't know, 5G is 40 times faster, or sometimes 50 times faster, 100 times faster than your 4G or your 3G LTE. So 5G is the technology that enables your Internet of Things, artificial intelligence. We discussed this heavily in our global market updates. So we've identified 5G picks abroad that have made 100% moves. So maybe your question is, as a telecom, do you have that big moves? Definitely, it's not as big because there's bigger upside in the exact global company that offers these wireless infrastructures. Nevertheless, I am happy to tell you that, of course, it is a little bit beneficial. So it's not like 100% benefit, no, but it will be a good benefit, not just for the company, but the shareholders, but also the investors and the Filipino public, because we deserve better. As we roll out 5G, this will complement our deployment of 4G LTE, already the fastest and most extensive in the country. To date, Smart 4G LTE and 3G coverage services serve 95% of the country's population. So our top priority when it comes to the latest in technology and devices is to provide Filipinos up to 30 gigabytes more data allocation per month. So all of these are in tandem with our secular growth story that people will continue to spend on the cloud, people will continue to spend on data centers. So definitely, if you want the correct picks globally, those would be your cloud computing companies. So those are your Microsoft, your NVIDIA, your Amazon, because Amazon for the Azure, Microsoft for sorry, Amazon for the web services, and all those stuff. So definitely, this is a good thing for the Filipinos. 5G network, sustained network investments. So let's take a look what's happening in your Philippine telecoms. So I have a few positive things to share today, no? So that's a good thing. I don't want to share bad news anyway. Sige. Kasi there were a few days that we were just talking about modified ECQ, uh, and then the ostrich last night, no? There's a ostrich on the loose. And then, of course, the bad news is the PhilHealth, the corruption going on. But let's try to focus on good news so that we can make some money on the good news, no? So PLDT, we are seeing a sustained higher low. So from 800, now it's 1.2, now it's 1.350. Of course, we do think that there might be a temporary resistance here at your 1.4 and your 1.5, but 1.440 and even this 1.5. But I will be happy to tell you that people would be willing to buy PLDT at 1.2 and 1.3 on dips because you've got this reversal for the wireless connection, for the broadband connectivity. You can check that the first quarter 2020 results of PLDT is not just the first quarter of outperformance, but if I am remembering my data correctly, it's already maybe the 7th or the 6th quarterly consecutive outperformance. So for the last year already, we have been seeing the smart people already seeing so much broadband connection. No, of course, the Filipinos deserve better, and I do think that the penetration rate in terms of broadband connectivity will keep on growing in the next 3 to 5 years. So maybe for those who have PLDT, you hold on to it. You never know; it can go 1.5. Personally, I only have a target of PLDT 1.4, and it's already near that target. But it doesn't mean that 1.4 that it stops. No, it could go a surprise to the upside. Better connection, better broadband connectivity, more households getting broadband and getting 5G. So all of the average revenues could grow higher. So it's good for PLDT. Now for Globe, I'd like to share that of course Globe is also one of the leaders. We only have two anyway in the Philippines. Until Converge IPO comes, we can only discuss two companies in the telecom sector. I'm sorry, but I'm not a believer in Dito, but I haven't really seen, have they really rolled out any broadband service? But if they do, we'll try to cover them, no? So Globe is doing well. I could see that the 1.9, it's still trapped at 2.223, but we will wait for Globe to show their 5G rollout as well. So definitely some people notice that 2,000 is quite cheap for Globe. It rallied to 2.1. It could go to 2.223, but so far Globe is just trapped, no, from about 1.9 to 2.3. But that's not bad. We expect stability for companies like telecoms. We said that NIKL Asia is continuing strength. This is in tandem with all the electric beneficiaries, no? And also, I'd like to share to you that all of our solar picks abroad have been doing well. In particular, Enphase, which is a microinverter, surprise on the upside. Very strong move. You could see a V-shaped move. From March, it was 25, now it's 70, it's 300%. We also bought somewhere here at 44 and 45, and now it's 70. This is just one of them. This is also a solar play, Solar Edge also went all-time highs on the upside. So it tells you that the solar play, not just that, I will show you more. I have like 10 companies in the solar power businesses. Sun Power doing well, or CSIQ doing well. So for the Filipinos, what exposure in solar can you play? I can only think of ACEPH. AC Energy is the solar play for the Filipinos because solar farms in India is a JV between AC Energy and one of the largest Indian, so there's a JV. So that's good. For those who aren't aware, India is actually the largest in terms of solar energy producers because India is hot. In fact, India, Middle East like Abu Dhabi, the hottest, the Mongolian deserts, The Gobi Desert, some Saudi Middle East countries are very perfect for solar energy. So this is a really big trend. I've been discussing this in my Awesome 10X group, but I'm also happy to share this to Filipinos. I want everyone to make money. So you can, of course, subscribe to our Awesome 10X class to know more and more in-depth studies about our solar picks, no? But this is just for you to know that at 240 ACEPH, if you have this, you just hold on to it. You might see it hit at 3, or even if it doesn't hit 3, no, at 280 or we'll see. Anyway, hold winners first, no? So just hold your winners and let's see. Any dips, I think, will be bought. You could see the volume is there. Any drops within 250 to 260 would be easily eaten up by some people. So gold mining, gold topped out. We know that gold is now at $2,000. So there's a lot of ways to play gold. So gold is 2022. So Filipinos are also able to participate in the gold ascent. That would be your apex mining. So far, we covered this at 120, 130, no? So we didn't cover this at 90 cents or $1.10 or 1 peso 10. So I am okay to be late. As I said, I bought at 120, 130. Now it's 170. Where will it go? Can it go to 190 or 2? So far, I'd say that this resistance before was 150 to 160. It seems that we are creating a higher low support. So the prior resistance here at 140 or 150 is now becoming your supports, no? So the people who are bullish on gold will continue to support this if it falls. And then where will they sell? Some might sell at 190. Some might sell at 2 pesos. So we covered that this had great upside at 120. We said na, if we're wrong, it goes to 1. But if we're right, it goes to 2 or 150 man lang. No? So far, we are right. And this is just really a hold for me. So today, I'm really surprised that your Cebu Pacific, your Macro Asia is up. No? So let's take a look at the surprising phenomenon. So far, we are seeing triple bottoms here. So at 35, 36, there's this 33, and then this one is 36. So far, this is a good action for Cebu Pacific. And I would say that the Cebu Pacific action is really just people seeing that Cebu Pacific does not deserve to go new lows because tourism is an industry that badly needs an airline, and the Filipinos cannot allow the entire tourism industry to die. Neither can OFWs be given zero chance to come back to the Philippines, and neither can Filipinos not be able to go abroad, right? So this is a crucial industry that we have to save. So Cebu Pacific, I think, is a company that the government will aggressively find ways to save. So another thing, no? So with Cebu Pacific doing a positive thing, if you bought today, it's okay. 39, and then it goes tomorrow 35. It's okay. At least we are seeing some bottoming out processes. Now, Macro Asia is, of course, also your potential beneficiary in the airlines. If the government, if the Filipinos will not allow these entities to fail, it's too big to fail, it's not an industry that we should allow to go bankrupt, then I'd argue that Macro Asia and Cebu Pacific are one of the best bets that you can make in the Philippines. So at 530 and 480, we are already seeing people, the risk to the reward ratio is skewed to the bulls, guys. So I mentioned a lot of picks. I hope that you learned something. And we will read some press releases and share them to you when we see some good action. Congratulations to everyone watching, listening, and also executing the insights that we give for you. We do hope that you are making money out there, and that is our hope for more Filipinos to truly invest and globally and also locally. No? So if there are companies in the local front, we do want to share them. These are some of our awesome 10X testimonials. Take a look at our profile page. This is my Twitter, Faces Trader. Yeah, so a few winners in the Philippines. Definitely, we've made some money on your, this is your Apex mining, 130, now it's 170. So at least 28% up there. Gold correlation, no? So Apex was a gold play for us. Electric vehicle correlation, we got NIKL Asia early, 175, now it's 280 because we have been investing Geely Auto, BYD, Workhorse Group. I didn't invest in NEO, guys, but there. So, but I wouldn't invest in NEO if it was, I at $8-10 eh. I would have done it at $2 to $3-4. So I wasn't willing to pay expensively for that. Anyway, it wasn't as excellent as I think. ACEPH, yes, so solar, diba? We have been investing a lot in our solar picks. Not just in the Philippines, but also globally. So actually, if you invest globally, it's easy for you to see that there are so many winners, no? And it's all in the same trends. You can make money on the gold. Yeah, so, and of course, some bad news too, no? You could see naman, Beirut, Lebanon, this was an explosion. But there's a lot of ways to make money, and Awesome 10X is a place for you to learn how to make money. What's the comments? Let me read the comments today. What's the comments? Hi, Nikki, lakas ng mining. Yes. Just hold on to your winners. Bumili ako ng ACEPH, Felix, and NIKL. Yes, I would say that don't worry. If it fell 10% or 20% to the downside, the good thing on secular trends is there will be people who will cost averaging their companies here. Axelum, hindi ko masyado naaaral eh. What's the good news on Axelum? Hindi ko masyado aral yan. What's happening there ba? Teka, let me see the chart. Maganda ba nangyayari sa kanya? Okay, looks like a good bottoming out process, 180 to 215. I don't know what's happening, sir. So I will probably try to take a look at it, no? So sure, we will try to see what's happening there. Okay, so nawala ako. Ang alam ko lang sa Axelum is, di ba ano siya? Coconut. So dapat nag-export ng maraming coconuts yan, di ba? So yun lang yung alam ko sa business niya eh. Pero I don't currently, I'm not so aware with the exports of the Philippines. So hindi ako familiar. Pero I really invest on secular trends. So when I say secular, kailangan nakikita ko siya globally. May PDT rule ba? What's PDT? Pattern day trader. Okay, so pattern day trading, there is a rule, if your account is less than $25,000, hindi ka pwedeng day trade ng day trade. Pero if your account is above 25K, they will allow you. So, trading permission lang. Pero definitely, I help people not to focus too much on the day trading aspect because you can make money while sleeping. So, as long as you're in the secular trend, pwede ka naman mag 50% kahit na matulog ka lang. Just choose the right companies, diba? Like, pwede ko naman i-trade yung Nickel Asia, diba? Pero, hinayaan ko na lang patulugin. So, it really depends on you eh. So, it's kind of like Tesla, pwede mo naman yan hawakan lang. Pero syempre, we were early here. We were getting in at 300, 400. So, medyo, at 1,000, medyo trading aspect na yon. At 1,000, 1,002, 1,003, that's where you trade. So, depende sa presyo. $2,000 account, pag na-PDT ka, what it only means is, aggressive ka, nag-day trade. It's okay, hindi naman malalockout yung account mo. They'll just tell you na, chillax, give me 3 days to refresh. Kasi, actually, it's sometimes helpful eh. It tells you to hold your stocks sa 3 days man lang. Huwag mo na masyado buy today, sell tomorrow. Pero hindi naman siya bawal. Pag account mo is 2K, you can actually margin 1.55% a year lang. So your 2K, you can buy $4,000 worth of stocks. So mura. That's why a lot of our Filipino friends and global friends are also seeing na, maraming magandang companies. Actually, if you're a gamer, we have been teaching some Polish games. Ang ganda. Ang ganda sa interactive brokers, pwede mo ma-access lahat eh. Lahat ng awesome 10X companies in the world kaya. So yun, daming magandang games. If you're playing Layers of Fear, Green Hell, Frostpunk, CD Projekt, no? Alam niyo yun, mga Cyberpunk 2077 fans. So there. Sige guys, see you later on the Global. We're ending our Filipinos. And thanks for the comments. See you again tomorrow. Bye-bye.